Welcome to Lavender Monster Reacts, and today we'll be watching mind-blowing and bizarre TikToks. Let's get started.
Did y'all not see what happened at the Emmys?
Usually we have a plate of very decorative roses. And a lot of liquor. And sit on stuff, but this is like a buffet. Where are the lamb chops? Because and I was like, y'all think I had to go home. Listen.
You hear and see the fake Oprah, ain't nothing getting on her lips as everyone continues to munch and crunch away. And a strange, unusual bag comes into play, and everyone is munching and eating away, but not Oprah. Because she's in enough jam, and that's not even the real Oprah. But you see everyone else eating and enjoying this so-called pizza that's coming in an unstrange, usual bag, which ain't pizza. And if you keep up with this Hollywood celebrity gossip, you know what pizza is. And you know exactly what I'm referring to. The things that go missing every year. Hundreds, 200s to 300,000 of them every year. And no one can seem to figure out where they're going missing to and where they are. But that's what keeps the celebrities young. Just like Dwayne say, do you like pineapple pizza? I don't eat kids under 10. That's how they keep themselves young and fresh. Y'all better wake up.
Yeah, we know exactly what you're referring to. And if you don't know, you need to do your research, for real. Yeah, man, we hate to put Javante in a negative light like that, man, but we already know what the other guy does, you know what I'm saying?
Then you are one dumb buffalo.
There's no danger for us.
Nice. Well, what did you expect?
Oh, I feel so bad. Oh,
It's nature.
Yeah, I know. But,
Watch this. A lion king, in his prime, is about to take down a buffalo. Just moments ago, a lioness attempted to tackle the buffalo but quickly retreated in fright. To help, the Lion King joined the fray, initially pretending to be overpowered, then launching a surprise attack from behind. With a powerful leap, he clamped onto the buffalo's spine, easily bringing the massive creature to the ground. The lioness, awestruck by the king's prowess, hurried over to assist in subduing their prey. The buffalo, now lying belly up and helpless under the Lion King's firm grasp, stood no chance. Its vulnerable underside was exposed, a perfect target for the lioness, who joined in by biting its hind legs. Just then, two male lions arrived. One headed straight for the lioness, who wisely made a swift exit, while the other sniffed the buffalo and then left with his companion, leaving the Lion King to finish the job. The Lion King continued his relentless grip on the buffalo's throat. Any relaxation could mean losing the hard-earned meal. The buffalo's struggle grew weaker as it gasped for air, its tongue lolling in a futile attempt to breathe. Meanwhile, the lioness didn't return, likely...
Them other two lions, man, they focused on the wrong thing. They need to be looking at that meal, man, not that other thing.
having fled to avoid the other males. The Lion King, left alone with his catch, didn't let up. Adult African buffaloes can weigh over 1,700 pounds, so taking down one meant food for days. But despite his successful hunt, the Lion King seemed less than thrilled. The day's ordeal had cost him the company of the lioness, leaving him both victorious and sullen. The poor buffalo, foaming at the mouth, faced a tragic end. A lion bit directly into the zebra's sensitive area. You can see the zebra is in extreme pain, but the lion shows no mercy. Typically, lions hunt by biting the prey's neck to cause massive blood loss. However, for some unknown reason, this lion went for the zebra's critical spot. The zebra, lying on the ground under the lion's sharp teeth, couldn't put up any resistance. In reality, though, lions don't usually consume the bones of large mammals. We know that the bone marrow inside large mammal bones is highly nutritious and serves as the blood-forming organ for these animals. Taste-wise, it shouldn't be any worse than other organs. But for some reason, this male lion seems to prefer eating the zebra's testicles. It's truly unfortunate for the zebra.
You see his leg was broke too? Oh man, he went out in the worst way.
Carefully, the two lionesses combined their efforts to subdue the warthog on the ground, and they swiftly launched a chokehold attack. In an instant, the warthog's balls were bitten off by the lionesses, and the intense pain made it unable to hold itself, trembling on all fours, with its mouth and nose tightly sealed by the lionesses, putting its life in danger. Lions are pack animals and are good at teamwork. In a pride, lionesses are the main predators. They are fast runners, but lack stamina. Therefore, they have developed a set of efficient hunting methods, close to the prey, waiting for the right time to launch a fatal attack. Once the opportunity arises, the lionesses accelerate and bite their prey in the neck with their sharp teeth until it suffocates. However, the lions made a mistake while enjoying their meal. They didn't invite the Lion King to share it. The Lion King was awakened by the smell of meat and was displeased to find the lioness eating alone. He prepares to snatch it and is detected by an alert lioness who quickly escapes with the remaining warthog in her mouth. Although the warthog has sharp tusks as a weapon of self-defense, it still seems powerless against the mighty lion.
When the lion cubs went in there, man, it looked like just crazy feeding frenzy, man. Lions, man, they give 0 Fs. They just come and take your food. Poor little giraffe, though, man. He didn't deserve that, but.
This is Chow. He's about 14 years old. He doesn't like the cold as much as the tigers, do ya? But he's choosing to be outside, and if it gets really cold, he can go into his den in the back. Right, Chow?
People keep playing around with these animals, man. Like, what you think that fence is really going to do if you wanted to get out? Come on. He almost found out that day.
Hey! 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 Hey!
Hey! What you think that will really do, man? If that rhino wanted to knock that tree over, it probably would have did it effortlessly. You gotta love seeing that. At first it looked like a knot or something, but I don't know. I think they reaching. What you think it is? Let me know.
Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. At least that's what a lot of people think. And here's some of the evidence that they cite when they talk about this case. So after his initial arrest, Jeffrey Epstein was placed on suicide watch for a number of reasons, even though he was continuously telling prison psychologists, friends, attorneys that he wouldn't do that and he's never considered it. So first of all, let's take a look at this sign. This is a sign that was hanging on or around Jeffrey Epstein's jail cell. No one knows why this question mark is around the mandatory. A newspaper even reached out to the Bureau of Prisons to ask about why there was an underlying question mark here, but they refused to comment. 7:49 on the night before they found Epstein dead in his cell. He's led to his cell and he's placed there. So Epstein had been on suicide watch for weeks at this point, but he had just been taken off suicide watch the day before. The people running the prison, the Bureau of Prison System, they recommended that Jeffrey Epstein needed to have a roommate at all times. Even if he had been taken off of the list, he was still on the list, if you know what I mean. Well, for some reason, that night his roommate was not assigned to him. They were removed from the cell, and that left Jeffrey Epstein completely alone in his jail cell. Now, remember this sign that said that they have to search his cell and look at Jeffrey Epstein every 30 minutes? Well, that did not happen. Well, it turns out that the two security guards that were supposed to check on him every 30 minutes, Michael Thomas and Tova Noel, did not check on him for over 8 hours. Video surveillance footage literally shows them playing with their phones and sleeping on the job. And keep in mind that Epstein at this point was America's most high-profile criminal. This dude was all over the news. And after all this, these two were charged with falsifying documents and attempting to defraud the federal government. So something that's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way about all this is the security camera footage itself. Now, this is a prison. Every angle should have been being captured at every single moment. You know, anything can happen in prison. And video footage of the security guards exists from that night, but there is no video footage of Epstein's cell block area or his cell door. It's actually been reported that the camera that was shooting the angle down Jeffrey Epstein's cell block area corrupted the night that he took his own life. Of all times for this one specific camera to corrupt and the footage to be lost, it was that night when it happened. And there's a lot more that we're going to get into, but like I said, there's just a lot here that we're going to cover, but this quote really says a lot about what I just told you. So Epstein's taken off suicide watch the day before he kills himself. His roommate is removed from the cell. The cameras on his tier are not working. The guards fell asleep. It seems almost impossible to think all those things could happen in that way. And this is Epstein we're talking about, America's most high-profile prisoner. In fact, the suicide watch observation log, this is the actual document, shows that Epstein was acting pretty normally that day. Which isn't to say that he wasn't deceiving people by saying he didn't want to take his own life when he was secretly trying to get alone time where he could do it, but it's still an interesting side note. In the next TikTok, we're going to get into the really crazy stuff.
Now, we all know that in some of those places there's a lot of corruption, but I believe only a handful of people know what really happened to that man, and we ain't gonna never find out what happened.
They show their true colors at award ceremonies.
Thank you. Thank you, but I am sorry I cannot, in good conscience, accept this award on behalf of Melissa McCarthy. I instead have chosen to give my time to a friend who has something very important to say.
Pay attention to how they react.
It's Johnny Two Feathers. While you enjoy tonight's show, I want you to think about something. The spot where you're sitting, every square foot of ground in this country was stolen from my ancestors. And after you stole it, you murdered them. So you'll forgive.
They're really laughing at it like it's a joke.
If we do not laugh along, there is nothing funny about the extermination of a people.
He's obviously being serious.
The theater stinks of blood. That's all I have to say. Oh.
Think about it.
Johnny Two Feathers, give him a wave, Johnny. Johnny, you know how to wave? All right. Well, Johnny Two Feathers.
Why would he want to wave at people that just laughed at him? Like, dude was being 100% serious.
You are being lied to because no one has ever been in space. There is a theory that suggests we have never explored space due to a transparent barrier surrounding our world. Beyond this barrier, there is no open space or vacuum, but rather water. It may all sound crazy, but in 1962, the US government detonated a few nuclear bombs in the sky, allegedly to test the atmosphere's reaction to their explosion. So they want us to believe. However, some claim that they were actually attempting to see if they could break through this invisible barrier. Ironically, this program was called Operation Fishbowl. This theory is fueled by the observation that many have noticed stars appear to twinkle or shimmer through a liquid-like substance when viewed with the naked eye or through a camera. Rocket enthusiasts have also noted that the rockets we have launched seem to encounter an invisible ceiling, creating an effect similar to what one would observe in water.
When it comes to space, I wouldn't really know. I ain't never tried to go myself, so I don't know if they've been or if they haven't been.
Things humans weren't meant to see. A man traveled to Egypt and placed a remote-controlled car inside one of the pyramids. The original poster claimed to have found something the government would want to keep a secret. He also wanted to be paid $5 million for the rest of the footage to be revealed, but it never did. As it gets deeper, it shows what appears to be a tall figure inside the chambers.
What is the government so afraid of? The U.S. Navy sets off a 40,000-pound bomb in the Atlantic Ocean, 100 miles from the coast of Florida, saying that it was only a military exercise. However, looking at the footage of the explosion, it definitely didn't seem like a regular military exercise. Furthermore, it's known that there are unknown creatures or aliens living deep in the ocean. So, could it be possible that it wasn't a military exercise, but a cover-up to take out a deadly threat in the ocean? With this suspicious military exercise, many are asking...
They could be testing bombs, or they could be causing different natural disasters like earthquakes and stuff like that. Like, we would never know. Or they could actually be trying to attack some huge creature that's down there, but I'm not in the government. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think. But that's everything I got for y'all tonight. If y'all like, please hit that like button and the subscribe button, and I'm gonna see y'all next time.